Define homeopathy.
Homeopathy is based on the concept of like cures like, which means that we are treating the disease with a material. If a healthy person is taking it, he would suffer the same diseased symptoms. The word homeopathy is derived from two divisions of Latin origin. The first division is called homeo, which means similar, and the second division is pathy, which means suffering. So the real meaning of homeopathy is similar suffering. This is the way we are treating the disease. On the other hand, the traditional medicine in Latin is called allopathy, which is also divided into two words, allo, which means opposite, and the word pathy, which means suffering. So it's opposite suffering. Homeopathy is mainly dealing with treating the disease with the origin of the disease, while allopathy is, or traditional medicine, is dealing with the opposite of disease. So we have antidepressant, we have anti-inflammatory, we have antibiotics, and so on.
Why do you suggest using homeopathic medicine rather than traditional medicine?
This makes us think about the concept of health and disease in comparison between homeopathy and allopathy, or traditional medicine. The traditional medicine is having a main goal, which is making the disease disappear, or the symptoms disappear. While in homeopathy we consider symptoms are body language, that the body is trying to communicate with us and making clear that there is a certain disturbance in the body itself. We perceive that the action of traditional medicine is mainly suppressing and masking the real disease of the patient. For example, when you see children, mainly children, the main disease they are having chicken pox, mainly skin diseases. And this is the least life-threatening organ in a human being. If this was mistreated and suppressed by traditional medicine, usually we find after some time the children starts to suffer ear infections, asthma, and so on. So homeopathy, in fact, is trying to resolve the main root of the disturbance in the human being, rather than masking it and pushing it upward to more important or life-threatening organs.
How does homeopathic remedy works?
Actually, homeopathic remedies are prepared from many different kind of resources. It can be minerals, it can be plants, it can be nozols, which are bacteria and viruses. It can be from body secretions of human or animal origins. These are the main sources of homeopathic remedies, and however it's homeopathically prepared, or what we can call potentized. So the majority of homeopathic remedies are they call it ultra-molecular potency, which doesn't have the molecules. However, it has the energy of the material itself. This is due to the preparation or the homeopathic preparation of the remedy. This energy, when taken by the patient, we have a homeopathic philosophy, perceiving that there is something called the vital force inside our bodies. This vital force is something more superior than the immunity system. However, it's present in all living organisms. Such a vital force receives the energy of the remedy, which is exactly equivalent to the symptoms of the disease itself, and starts making the opposite of it, which is the direction of cure itself. So the body starts healing itself, not the remedy that it's healing. The remedy is only guiding the body towards the right path of healing, and as a result, the body starts to heal gradually, and the illness disappears, and the imbalance itself is gone.
Is there any side effects about homeopathic medicine and why?
The action of homeopathic remedies actually has two actions. There is primary action and secondary action. The primary action is the symptoms that are actually equivalent to the suffering of the patient himself. The patient receives this symptoms, and this is the primary action. Sometimes he feels a little bit of increase in his own existing symptoms, which is called the state of aggravation, or the state of the healing crisis. Sometimes they call it healing crisis. Sometimes he feels it, sometimes not. It depends on the strength of the remedy used. If the strength or the potency is higher than the patient needs, then you start feeling this aggravation or this healing crisis, or the primary action, as we said. If it is exactly equivalent to the patient's state, usually it's not felt or might not be recognized by the patient. This is the primary action. The secondary action is the healing state, which is the state of resolving mainly the complaint of the patient and slowly the decreasing of the disease itself.
How homeopathic remedies are prepared?
As I said, homeopathic remedies are prepared from different materials like minerals, plants, human body secretions, animal secretions, viruses, bacteria, so many resources that can be the origin of homeopathic remedies. But the main difference is that the preparation is based on dilution and succussion. So, and we have three different grades or scales of preparation of homeopathic remedies. The first scale is called X scale. The X scale is mainly diluted 1 to 10. The next scale is C scale, and it's diluted 1 to 100. The third scale is LM scale, and it's diluted 1 to 50,000. The main common scale is the C scale, the 1 to 100 scale. Every time we dilute the material 1 to 100, and mainly the dilution is made to water. Sometimes it's used distilled water in combination with a little bit of alcohol for preservant. And the dilution is progressive. So we dilute 1 to 100, and then we give 100 succussions. Afterwards, we take from this diluted material, for example, 1 grain or 1 gram, and then we dilute it another time 1 to 100, and so on. So this progressive dilution by physics law, if made more than 12 times, there is no more molecules present in the solution. The dilution alone wouldn't work, and the succussion alone wouldn't work. Every time you dilute, you have to give 100 succussions. And this is on all three levels or three scales of preparation of homeopathic remedies. So in fact, it's the energy of the matter that's being diluted, not the molecules of the matter. And nowadays it's more called ionized water, and new technologies of or new nanotechnologies help us more to understand how the action or how the core that in the homeopathic remedies works in human bodies.
Homeopathic medicine uses such small doses that they couldn't possibly exist. How can you respond to this?
We have to differentiate between the concept of traditional medicine and the traditional medicine itself and the homeopathic medicine or homeopathic remedies. the materials used in traditional medicine, they have their own effect. For example, they have the antibacterial effect, the anti-inflammatory effect, because they are mainly based on the molecular effect of the remedy itself, or of the medicine itself. However, in the homeopathic remedies, the remedy does not heal the patient. The remedy helps the body to heal itself. So it's not about the molecular content of the homeopathic remedies. It's about the energy content which helps the body or guides the body to heal itself. And this is mainly based on the vital force present and strength. I'll give you a very small example. For example, put one of your hands under hot water and then dry it well and wait for about 2 to 3 minutes. You'll find this very hot hand, due to the application of the hot water, it will become colder than the other hand. How this happened? This is mainly the action or the reflex mechanism that was created in our bodies. The homeopathic remedies exactly have the same effect. The homeopathic remedy is like the hot water applying on red skin, on the skin itself. So it makes it hot. As long, let's say, as soon as the effect of the remedy is ended, the healing mechanism of the body starts to act, and the hand becomes colder than the usual for a while, and then afterwards it becomes normal. So this is the reflex mechanism of the body that we are mainly depending on in healing with homeopathic remedies, and not the molecular effect of traditional medicine.
If the medicines are so effective, why isn't homeopathy more popular today?
Actually, pharmaceutical companies, they spend a lot of money on their researches, and they have secrets about the content of their of the medicine itself. So the know-how of preparing the medicine is a top secret information. On the other hand, in homeopathy, the know-how is known to everybody. If you have very good laboratory and some good knowledge, you can prepare the homeopathic remedies at your own place. So the know-how is available for everybody, unlike traditional medicine. That's why not many companies are intending to invest in such remedies that the know-how is available for everybody. And that also makes us find that homeopathic remedies are cheap remedies. The main price is in the consultation of the homeopathic physician, not in the remedy itself. Homeopathy actually was prevailing before World War I, and then even during World War I, but as soon as they discovered the penicillin, they thought that it will cure everything. That's why during that time homeopathy started to disappear a little bit from the medical market. However, it's reviving again in spite of being attacked so many times by pharmaceutical companies, because they are spending a lot of money and they want to gain a lot of money in return from the patients. However, homeopathy is a cheap remedy that can be easily bought everywhere. So such a pressure from pharmaceuticals over governments and over medical entities is restraining the prevailing of homeopathy in many countries, especially third world countries.